Friends, this is a story from a long time ago. In a small corner of a little town, under an old wooden hut, there was a tiny shop run by a father and his son. They sold tea and samosas. The father's name was Ramdayal, and the son's name was Sonu, just 14 years old. Every morning with the first rays of sunlight, their shop would open. The father fried samosas, while Sonu wrapped them in newspaper, cleaned plates, and served customers with a smile. When the school started, children came, ate samosas, drank tea, and left. But Sonu's eyes were not just on the samosas. They were on the school nearby. He would often peek through the school windows, watching the children inside, sitting neatly in their uniforms, reading from their books. There was a quiet desire in his eyes, a wish to study, to learn, to sit in that class someday. One evening, he asked his father softly, "Papa, I wish I could go to school too." His father looked at him but said nothing, because sometimes poverty doesn't let words come out. It answers with silence. One afternoon, a few schoolboys came to the shop during lunch. One of them pointed at Sonu and said mockingly, "Hey, isn't this the samosa boy? Looks like he'll spend his whole life frying samosas." They all laughed. Sonu didn't reply. He just smiled gently and said, "I'm not sad that I couldn't study. I'm happy that I can support my father. But one day, I'll make something so big that you will come here to eat my samosas yourself." From that day, Sonu made a promise to himself. Poverty would not decide his future. His effort would. That night, while having dinner, Sonu said, "Papa, what if we also start selling lemon water with samosas?" His father laughed. "That's a good idea, son. It'll keep everyone refreshed. And happy too." The very next day, Sonu started selling cold, fresh lemon water. The school kids loved it. Soon, their small shop became popular. It was no longer just a place for tea and samosas. It became a symbol of creativity and hard work. Ramdayal often looked at his son and thought, "I may not have money, but my son is my biggest wealth." Every day, Sonu tried something new. Sometimes he sold spicy onion combos with samosas, sometimes peanuts and roasted corn in winter. People started saying, "Let's go to Sonu Sweets." Yes, now the old wooden hut had a new board outside. Sonu Sweets and Snacks. Blue tiled walls, a clean counter, and a bright lighted signboard that shone at night. Friends, that's the first lesson of life. Situations never stay the same, but your mindset does. Poverty is not a shame. The real shame is when we give up because of it. One day, a teacher from the nearby school stopped by and said, "Sonu, your samosas are amazing. Can you make lunch boxes for our school staff?" That one question changed everything. Soon, from 5 lunch boxes a day, he started making 20. His earnings grew, his dreams grew, and his hopes started to fly. Sonu saved his first 5,000 rupees. He gave them to his father and said, "Papa, let's break this old hut and build a new shop." Tears filled his father's eyes, not of pain, but of pride. Slowly, they built a small brick shop, a glass display, fresh sweets, and every day hundreds of customers. And one afternoon, the same boys who once laughed at him came to visit. "Sonu bro, you've done something amazing. Your shop is famous all over the area." Sonu smiled and replied, "I didn't do anything special. I just never left my father's side. And instead of listening to time, I listened to my heart." Friends, today Sonu is not just a shopkeeper. He gives jobs to 5 other boys. Every month he donates part of his profit to help poor children study. He says, "I couldn't study myself, but I'll make sure no other child suffers like I did." This story isn't just about Sonu. It's about all of us. Every one of us has a hut, sometimes made of poverty, sometimes of fear, sometimes of negative thinking. But the difference lies in what we do with it. Do we run away from it, or do we transform it? When life seems against you, don't complain, because those moments will give you the strength that comfort never can. Remember this: if you want to achieve something great in life, keep 2 things with you: honesty and hard work. Because destiny always bows down to those who never give up. Sometimes even God delays your success, not to punish you, but to teach you. that the journey matters more than the destination. Soft background music swells. So, whenever you feel tired in life, remember Sonu and his father's hut. That same wooden hut now smells of sweets, joy, and hope. Because they didn't quit. They kept moving forward, one small step at a time. Pause, softer voice. So ask yourself, am I running away from my hut, or am I trying to change it? Someone once said, it's not poverty that stops you, it's your thinking. And when your thinking changes, even a wooden hut can turn into Sonu sweets. Soft flute fades out. Monk, gentle call to action. If Sonu's story touched your heart, give this video a like, share it with someone who's struggling in life, and tell us in the comments. Have you ever tried to change your own hut? Because your story could be someone else's hope.